Woohoo! It seems like the voting is finished. Now then, let's see the result. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice, or the dreadfully wrong one? Wait a second, what result? Voting time hasn't happened yet. Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Monosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember Monotaro. Oh, man, you're right. Silly me, I'm so forgetful. Wow, I didn't suppose you'd get all worked up over such a small lie. You guys are pretty gullible, huh? Well, anyway, let's just skip this trial and jump ahead to chapter 3. Wait a second, we don't know the culprit yet. Yeah, who killed Rantaro? That was chapter 1's case, how can you be so forgetful? Welcome back to Danganronpa V3. That happened. Let's continue on with the class trial and find out who killed Ryoma.
Another shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one.
Square one? If square one, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
Damn.
Wow, what does that mean?
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
Wow. They pulled no punches with that.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
So in the last episode, Maki said she met Ryoma
Already,
last
we
night.
Don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're one to talk.
Yeah.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
Himiko's speaking up a little bit
Must
more.
have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video?
Huh. Well, what are the chances of that?
I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
She did say
Why
that.
did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He
Ah.
never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
So he figured it out just by working out whose she didn't have?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video? It would have to be someone who knew who had each pad. This guy.
It's you! That would be Kokichi.
Yeah. But would he have had the Cubs pad? I'm trying to think of like when he got them. It was quite late into the night,
So,
wasn't it?
You saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
Yeah. Speak up.
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video.
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Well, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
They could try.
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then.
Right.
Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
Yeah, that's true. If we can trust what Maki's saying.
If that story is true.
Unfortunately, we have no proof. I want to trust her.
It's
I love the
Then
sprite of
why
her
did you
holding
wait
her hair.
until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
I want to believe Maki. Whoops.
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Yeah, it's about time we talk to this boy.
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Yeah.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
So he watched like the first second of each video, so he knew whose was whose?
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during night.
But can we really trust Kokichi to corroborate her testimony? Like, I want to trust Maki, and I trust Maki in this case. It's Kokichi that I'm worried about.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
It had to be, right? Because that's when Kokichi went to get the cups pads.
So you still suspect me?
I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Oh, Kirumi.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No. This is a world of lies and betrayal.
Himiko is speaking up a lot more, and I like that. And she's actually not being annoying.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
The thing is, it's all just... There's no solid proof, it's just what people are saying. Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of the case. And I said that I would believe in Kaito, and that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Kaede did. Oh, I guess I'll have to lie in this one then.
I met with Ryoma the previous
Let me
night.
check. Maki was standing guard outside her lab last night. She stayed in her dorm only during nighttime.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Right then, so insect meet and greet. We just need to prove that someone saw the two together, right? Something that Shuichi knows that the others don't, that he could lie about, perhaps? Maki was standing guard in front of her lab last night. She stayed in her dorm only during nighttime. I can't say that the two of them met now. That's too obvious a lie. So if I can convince them that Maki met up with someone...
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
Wait. I'm thinking... When I think of Gonta's account, I think, yeah, of the actual murder. Not that he met Maki at any point. Maybe. If I hold lie... Gonta's lie?
See Ryoma at night?
Whoops.
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place,
How do I cancel that? Because I'm just taking pointless damage now.
I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
I guess I just have to use Maki alone on something.
The previous night.
This?
Surely they would have come
Nope.
forward already.
Why did you wait until now to reveal that you saw Ryoma? There was no reason to keep that information to yourself unless you were lying.
Oh no! If no one can... Place.
Got it.
I'll reveal the truth. I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
How are you going to do this, Shuichi?
Please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other
Now, see, I found this one really tricky because it's very hard to have lied about that without someone else knowing. But what Shuichi did in trusting Kaito to go along with it is interesting.
But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
I don't know how I feel about lying.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now, we don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked. We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
He's a much better liar than Kaede was.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too. Belief shall set you free.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
He knows. Because he knows the truth of this case, and I'm convinced of that.
All right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
Yeah, I mean, in that we've gotten Maki and Kaito off the hook here, it kind of means that everyone's a suspect now.
Everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime.
That's
again.
what I was saying before.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning.
Not necessarily.
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
No.
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And if it couldn't have been in the morning, that leaves...
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, Dick Cheese?
Dick Cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
Yeah.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
That's a good title.
What a terrible title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Yes, you can.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
I believe that.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
So what I'm thinking is that Ryoma's body was transported across from the Ultimate Prisoner's lab by use of the tennis net cable, and that the handcuffs that he was wearing were used kind of like a zip line, I guess, to transport him from one room to the other.
Calm down, everyone. Gonta sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments.
Okay.
Disagreement? What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again?
Scrum debate time?
Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial ground!
Yeah, I guess we're doing this again.
Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
It seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All I have to do is show them and make them accept it. If I can't get them to see the truth now, my lie would have been for nothing. I won't fail. Alright, let's do it. So I'm thinking that if Ryoma's body was transported the way I think it was, then that wouldn't have broken any rules, because he would have already been dead. And dead people don't count towards the rules of you can't go to this place at nighttime. I'm still thinking of the logistics of it, but it makes most sense to me. When was the body put in the piranha tank? The next morning, during nighttime.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
That one?
I
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit? Kimiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Oh, rules!
Kaito. Rules probably don't apply to corpses.
Exactly that.
The piranha tank is too far.
I got this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym. Oh, lucky!
Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the pool area itself.
This is like my dream team. It's like one of my favorite characters.
Testimony in the first place?
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
This, yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite new game mode. It's actually so cool. It's pretty simple, but it's really cool.
It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could.
Yes.
I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window, the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Doesn't need to be reached from the floor. You can even see the window of the prisoner's lab in the background.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Right.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know. They used the ladder in the gym.
No, because they couldn't have been in the gym.
You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
Unless she's saying that they moved the ladder. No, I don't think that method is possible because the ladder couldn't have been used like that in the crime because the ladder doesn't reach the window from the other side.
That's it!
Because we were on top of the stage with the ladder, and that's the only way we reached it.
The window was because it was on the stage.
Yeah.
If you use the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it.
Exactly that.
The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
Yep.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy. Then Gonta used his card strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
You leave Gonta alone.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
So maybe the zipline idea is a bit of a stretch.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
I still want to know how they got the cable all the way across, though. If that's how they did it.
You're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Please bless us with your science brain.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow them all away with this.
I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right. You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty. Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi!
I know. I have to do something, but...
I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn it, am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this, I can't...
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out...
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it.
True. Since everyone's a suspect, it's very hard to pin down who did it, though.
We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
That's a good point, though, Maki.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it.
So since we know he had to have been killed during nighttime, he couldn't have been drowned in the pool.
We were so caught up in where the body was
So it
found.
had to be in the prisoner's lab.
When we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants to find the truth. One of us is lying, trying to sabotage the trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
What?
Mimikawa under the bridge?
Okay. If we can determine where all this has started, we can determine how it ended. Yeah, it's much too soon to quit. This trial has only just begun.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Well, sometimes you need someone, a voice of reason, you know, to stop your thoughts running away. Right then, so...
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the
What?
cause of
He was
death
drowning.
was drowning.
Yeah.
There is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Ew. What a way to go.
Toilets? Impossible.
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool.
Not necessarily.
If there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
Nope.
Nah, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Shut your mouth, you noisy sow.
Oof.
Sal?
I can agree with that. Sure. The cause of death is a certainty. Ryoma drowned in water. The pool seems like the obvious answer, but I have my doubts. It's the
First,
pool
let's
rules.
establish the crime scene.
That's fine. Sorry, Himiko.
That's wrong!
You couldn't have drowned in the pool because it happened at nighttime.
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
Yeah, a dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. And the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Oh my goodness.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Aren't you supposed to be siblings?
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
What?
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. It's got to be in the sink, I think.
This is it! The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
The handcuffs.
This is it! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Well, yeah. Sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So, the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shikuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
Unless he asked someone to handcuff him. If he really was the ultimate prisoner, like we've been saying, perhaps he was just trying to test out prisoner escape methods or something. It would fit with the whole escape theme of the chapter. And there's the crack in his skull, so someone might have hit him with something, but there's nothing to suggest that.
Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
But the Monokuma file said there were no other injuries, so I don't know.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right? That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
But how did the culprits carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Exactly that.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut did between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? The window.
There! The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab.
And the one in the gym.
That, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete.
Well, we already established it'd be very difficult to get him through the gym window from the ground, right?
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
We're not done yet. not necessarily. We learnt a lot of important information. Now I'm sure that the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab. The case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor window to the gym. Alright then, I have to analyze the most possible methods and find the most likely. When you have to deduce, that's when Psych Taxi will start up. We know how to do this. Alright then, Psych Taxi. Body was brought from where? From the lab window, of course. I mean, I kind of like this game mode. It's cool enough. But it really does take a long time. I mean, visually it's very appealing. Oh, I missed one, damn it. Music's good, but it's just very long. It takes up a lot of time, and these trials are already really long. Ah, damn it, I missed one. The body was brought to the gym from where? From the gym window, yeah. Alright, last phase. Whoops. Oh, that's a long one. How has it moved from the classroom to the gym window? Hey, Monokuma. From window to window, I think. Wow, that was long.
I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
Nope.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
And we'll have to think about what that way could be in the next episode. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you then.